Okay, team. How are you guys doing? So yeah, this is Dagim Yusuf, social media manager at A2SV, joining you guys live. I'm going to be quickly checking if audio and video is working. Baruch, can you hear me well? Can you see me well? Yes?
Yes.
All right, okay. Thank you so much, Baruch. And I'm going to be checking in with my social media teammate, Kenna. Kenna, can you hear me well? Can you see me well? Is everything okay? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, well, all seems to be working fine. So yes, today I would like to welcome you guys for the April 12th weekly wins session. So I'm joining you live at the Science Museum where we are, A2SV is representing all of its five core dev team projects at the Startup Ethiopia event. And yes, the agenda remains the same. Let's go over the agenda. Yes. Okay. First, we will be going over a quick personal wins, and then Emre has joined us from the United States this time around. So we will be going over organizational updates. Education updates will be given to us by Brooke McConan, and communications updates, which will be pending and be given to us by Vanessa. And then I will be giving you guys product updates, where I will be joining my friend Zalalam, who is standing at the A2SV booth at the moment, which we will be going over shortly. And then finance updates. Dave will be giving us finance updates, and G4 second year education updates will be given to us. And then finally, our development updates by our core dev projects, which is the main spotlight of the week, will be given to us straight from the booth, straight from the part where they're attending. And finally, conclusive remarks. Unfortunately, Mr. Alper will not be joining us today. He has informed me that he's in Germany. And Mr. Jenk, due to the holiday we have this week, will not be Mr. Ur will not be joining us as well. So the oldest individual we have in the meeting is Emre. So hopefully he will be giving us the conclusive remarks. So yes, let's go over the personal wins for now. So yes, now I'm going to be walking around to see if there will be anyone who's going to be giving us the personal wins. And I think I see Bemnat, who is the closest to me at the moment. So I'm going to ask Bemnat to join me. And yes, I'm going to ask him to give me what happened throughout the week. Bemnat, please come here. How are you doing?
All right, I'm doing great.
So can you share your personal wins with us for this week?
Yeah, so actually this week was a bit crowded. So I have a couple of wins, but most of them are related to my final year project. So we are really struggling with creating a data set for our final year project, and we were able to complete that using some kind of tricks, and it was really successful. So I think that's the first. Uh, I think win of the week. The second one, I think for the first time, we're going to join the progress meeting of the final project without any fear. We have been like brutalized so many times previously, but I think this one is going to be good. So that's the win for me.
Thank you so much, Bemnat, for the wins. And let's have you nominate someone.
Sure. So yeah, I nominate Brooke McConan.
Brooke McConan?
I can see here.
All right, I will be walking up to him, and he will be giving us the personal updates. So as you can see, as I walk to Brooke McConan, I'm trying to show you guys how the startup setup is actually organized. And here we can find Brooke McConan. You've been nominated by Bemna to give us some of your personal wins. How has things been going, Bemna?
All right. Thank you, Bemnet, for nominating me. I've been waiting for this chance for a while. So, like, personally, I don't think I have done much of a win this week. But like, I have tried to visit some of like the projects which are like held here, and have seen some interesting things. And I feel like there is a lot of potential if we can actually nurture these projects as a country. And I felt that, and I have also bought one item from the Expo. It's for like as a gift for a family member. So I guess I could take that as a win. Overall, I really enjoyed my stay in the Expo. So
Could you
that's
tell
the
us
first-
what the item is?
Yeah, like it's a kind of game for kids. Like it's actually being sold by that guy. You can like feel free to show them to the crowd.
To the
See, like
team?
the guy sitting there. Yeah, yeah. He kind of does the Rubik's cube and like the old like the thing that you learn some Amharic letters with some sound integration, was like integrated some stories and stuff. So I bought it for my niece since I'm an uncle.
Yes.
Something that's expected from me. Yeah, so like that's how it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was actually a pretty solid win, and pretty solid gift for your niece as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vicky. Okay. Yeah. So with that said, we're going to be going over the organizational updates. But before that, maybe we can take a minute to see what Brooke was talking about. So as we can see, there are like quite a lot of things that are being showcased in the Startup Expo. So personally, what Brooke was talking about was this specific item early on, which is very suitable for kids. So if you guys are, have little children or little brothers and sisters who you want to purchase these items from, please come and visit the Science Museum. So you guys will have like a very good demonstration of how it works and for a competitive price. So this is what Brooke was talking about. Thank you. So up next, let's without further ado, let's try to go over the organizational updates, which will be given to us by Emre Varol. Or Emre, do you need a minute? No. All right, here you go. Emre.
All right, thank you very much, Tagim. It has been a while since I was part of Weekly Events. And let's take a look at what has happened at A2SV this week. Well, all of a sudden, we have found ourselves in the middle of Startup Ethiopia. And so far, this event was a real success. We didn't see so many people, but we met so many relevant people, key people who have keen interest on the technologies that we are building, the education that we are providing, and all the efforts that we put for the digital transformation of the continent. So the event is going to continue next week as well. For people who are wondering why we have Startup Ethiopia on the left and on the right, that is the reason. But this has come all of a sudden. First, we were communicated that the event is not going to be happening. It is cancelled permanently. But then last week we were informed, hey, come tomorrow, we are starting. And I am very happy, like the team has put together great effort in such a short notice. And we have such a great presence in this beautiful event. So next, meeting the big boss. So this is the 5th year I'm here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And I think it was 2 days ago, right? Or yesterday. Oh, yeah. Yes, it was yesterday that he came here, visited us at our spots, and I had a very short 1-minute conversation. I didn't know that he had some time in Walnut Creek, which is pretty close to Palo Alto, where I spent about 8 years in the United States. So he is really happy with our efforts, and he is particularly happy that we started in Ethiopia. Next, ADIS 24 interviews, thanks to our social media team's efforts, now they are coming together and getting published. I believe today we also have some time by the end of the session to do some engagement on these posts. So team, these interviews are very interesting, very engaging. Some of them are going to provide value today. Some of them are going to provide value in your future endeavors. And they are short. Like the longest I have seen is about 7 minutes. The shortest is about 4 minutes. I highly recommend. Watch them, interact with those people, show your appreciation, because they took their time. Like these are important people. Some of them are guest speakers of the event. Some of them are the organizers of the event, African Diaspora Investment Symposium. And they dedicated time to share their experience with you. So please take your time and engage with beautiful interview posts on our social media. Next. So there is another startup expo coming, and this time it's not happening in Ethiopia. GTEx has been happening for many years. And in the last 3 weeks, it has been brought to my attention in multiple channels. Zelalem, when we were informed about the cancellation of Startup Ethiopia, we were looking for an alternative, similar organization within the continent. And Zelalem has found GTEx. And in a parallel manner, when we were attending AVIS, one of the attendees strongly suggested us to go have presence in GTEx. He mentioned that this is one of the largest, if not the largest, startup event in the continent. So we had the information call. Now there are 2 options that we are considering, and we will proceed with one of them. And the good news, like based on our all calculations, we will be able to represent all our projects. So this will be the first time some A2SVians from the ground traveling internationally to showcase what they built in Ethiopia and Africa. So lastly, thanks to Jordanos' efforts, like we had a great interview process for our new HR officer. And our problem is we have so many great candidates. So it's going to be a very tough choice. But this has actually shown that if we run a great process, indeed it is possible to source great people in the local market. Of course, like it is too early. We didn't do the hiring and start working, but the initial signals are very good. Frankly speaking, I have enjoyed my conversations with all 3 candidates, and 2 of them are pretty strong. So I hope in the future, this HR officer or officers, I don't know how we are going to proceed, are going to help us to satisfy the needs of our organization around the areas that we don't have direct access through our alumni. Because as we know, most of our alumni come from software engineering, electrical engineering, computer science, like engineering related background. But the projects that we are doing require healthcare knowledge, require education knowledge, etc. And for that reason, we believe that the HR officer is going to help us to find these individuals and organizations who can help us to take our projects next levels faster. So what's coming next week? Well, today in the US Weekly, we are going to decide which option we are going to proceed with for the GTEx. And then next week, we are going to proceed with the registration. And the event is going to take place at the end of May, if I remember correctly, May 29 to May 31st. So since this is an international trip, obviously we need to prepare early on. And as more updates emerge, we are going to share with our audience. Next, Startup Ethiopia. This is going to continue. The event will be here until April 28th. And indeed, there is a hackathon that is organized within the event. So we are also supporting the organization committee for the hackathon. One message I would like to share with all the A2SVians, as well as tech enthusiasts in Ethiopia, this is a golden opportunity. So the event is not just one-day event. It has multi-stages, in-person, remote, in-person, and closing. It also has attractive prices. I highly recommend A2SVians to take a look. If your bandwidth allows, definitely register, be part of this hackathon. Next, ML instructor interviews. So like Mr. Ali has sourced some good people, and we had initial conversations, but we haven't done the machine learning interviews yet. And they are going to take place next week. And lastly, while I was in the US, we had new people joining A2SV or finishing their account opening process with either Pioneer or Wise. And for those people, this evening and over the weekend, we are going to do the payroll setup with our head of finance Ethiopia, David. And we hope that the payments are going to be done early next week. So these are the organizational updates. Thank you very much for your time and hope to see you next week.
Thank you so much, Emre. Okay, team. Thank you so much, Emre, for giving us that brief update. It's been extensive since we haven't had any organizational updates for the past month. But yeah, we managed to cover that. And yeah, moving forward, we will be getting some educational updates by Brooke McConan. We have Brooke McConan here with us, also attending with some of the booth. But here you are, Brooke. Please, let's go over the educational updates.
All right. Thank you, Dagi. Hi, everyone, again. I'm Brooke McConnell from Vertex Education. So this week, as we all know, we had the Eid al-Fitr celebration. As a result, like we have given a few days break for our students, and like this week, our main focus was actually cover like the remaining parts of BFS lecture and to make sure the students are practicing well and they are comfortable on that topic. So we actually dedicate like the whole week for that, because since there was a break and everything, it wasn't actually a full week, but still like the remaining days, our main focus was actually making sure that the students fully understand BFS. We have started like the process of accessory needs purchase. It's ongoing. We try to find good vendors that provide good quality products. We're looking for internet like Wi-Fi routers and projectors, and for those we found, I think for like the internet routers, we found good vendors that provide us with quality product with the optimal price. So like we'll be looking forward to do the purchasing in the upcoming week. So the initial plan was to cover a HIP lecture this week, but as I've said earlier, we had to give more time and more practice on BFS. So we chose to push it to next week. So for the plans, first up is going to be covering HIP lecture. It's going to be on Monday, and we'll also cover top sort lecture, topological sorting, and it's going to be conducted on Thursday. And on top of that, this week, because of the holiday and the shortness of the week, we weren't able to conduct the communication session. And in the upcoming week, we'll be having the communication session for all the schools as well. And hopefully we'll get the accessory needs purchased in the upcoming week. And most probably it's going to be like the Wi-Fi routers mainly. We might need to check out some other vendors for the projectors for like all the schools. But for the Wi-Fi routers, hopefully we're going to get them and we're going to satisfy the needs of our students. So these are the updates and the plans from Ethiopia Education. Thank you, Becky.
Thank you so much, Brooke. If any one of you guys have any questions, please make sure to write them down in the chat. So up next, we have remote education updates, which is going to be given to us by Yared. So Yared, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Dagi. How are you? We're all here at the Expo, and this looks good, very good. So I'll just be giving you the remote education updates real quick. So I'm going to be starting from the G5 remote education updates and then moving on to the G4 remote education updates. From the G5 this week, we've been focusing on preparing for our camp. We're going to be starting our camp in the next week. So next week, starting Monday, we'll have the kickoff, and right after that, we're going to be having the first camp week, and we've prepared well for this. What is going to be included in our first week is we're going to give lecture mainly on linked list, the lecture on linked list for the next week, and our students are going to have practice on that. Also, one other update we have for G5 remote education is we've been working on our YouTube lecture series. At ASV, as an organization, we're trying to produce YouTube lecture series videos, and the remote education squad have been working on this today. Just before coming here, we were working on that, and the YouTube lectures series squad are trying to produce the first draft of the video. And if it's successful, we'll be having it by the end of the day. If not, it's going to be finalized on Monday. When moving on to the second year group for remote education updates, the first update we have is we've attended the Ethiopian Digital Payment Conference that happened on Saturday last week. On this conference, we learned about lots about the digital payment in Ethiopia, and that was important for us because in the second year remote education, we're working on payment system, making payments easier for the Ethiopian public and for the African later on. We're starting in Ethiopia, and that was a very good experience for us. Next one was we finalized the mobile UI design, and now we're moving on to the web UI. The mobile UI design is going to be reviewed by other teams and the seniors coming next week. and we're going to start full-time hiring for our project. So currently, the Easy Pay project was being worked on by remote secondary education students only, but coming next week, we're going to be hiring some full-time members among our students so that we'd have more time to develop or to work on that project. So that's the updates I have for remote education, Dagi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yarid. Like I said earlier, team, if you have any questions for the Remote Education Squad, please feel free to write them down on the chat. So up next, we have our community education updates, which will be given to us by Bamnet. So we have Bamnet here with us. Bamni, please feel free to give us the remote community education updates.
Maybe I should be here just to say. So yeah, about the community education, I'm going to try to make it short and concise. So yeah, we have covered the slide window for community education in the previous week, since we had a remote interview for this community education students. We wanted to give them important points in the slide window, because most of the interview questions are going to cover some part of this topic. We did that. The second one is we have finalized the remote education conversion processes. So we have already graded the applications that were submitted, and we have conducted most of the interviews. I think there are some rescheduled interviews that are going to be tomorrow, but other than that, all of the other processes has been completed. So the third update is going to be, we have finalized several hackathon docs and forms. So I think I have said this one in the previous weeklies as a plan. We're going to finalize these docs and forms. So based on the reviews that were provided by the team, we have updated the docs and also created the forms. Of course, we're going to create more, but for now, I think we do have what we need. The last update is going to be, we have fixed issues with the hackathon web page. I'm sorry, there should be a web page there. So yeah, as a starter, we had the first draft of the web page in the previous week, and after reviewing it with the team again, we have found some issues and some adjustments that needs to be made in the website. So working with A2SV web team, actually I want to say huge thanks to Blake and Samuel, because they were really cooperative with this process. They were able to update these reviews and finalize the web. So going for the class, we are going to continue the community education session as usual. And the next one is going to be, we'll finalize the promotion for the community education. So as you guys know, we have promotion and demotion phase every month. So since the first month of the community education is already completed and we are entering the second month, we're going to finalize the promotion for those top students to like move on to the next stage. So that's going to be done this week. The third one is going to be announced the remote conversion results. So we're going to select some people with I believe with Yared, the two performers, and then we're going to announce these students on Monday, since they're going to start their camps on Monday. They will join right on the opening day of the camp. So the last plan is going to be collect previous hackathon winner testimonial videos. So we're going to use these testimonial videos as both motivation for the new projects, and also going to be a great opportunity for the previous winners, because they're going to be showing their projects for almost the world. So we're going to collect these testimonial videos, integrate them with our websites, and make it public. I hope Dagi will help us a lot here as well. We're counting on you. So yeah, that would be all. If you guys have any question, I'll be. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bamni. Up next, we have Vanessa. I thought she was going to be joining us remotely, but fortunately for us, Vanessa is going to join us physically here at the A2SV booth, where we can find Zalalam. He will be giving us the product updates after Vanessa. But in the meantime, we can get the communications updates from Vanessa. Please take charge.
Okay, thank you, Dagim. Excited to be at a different venue this week. Okay, so from the communications team, we had some high priority tasks that we had, and Those include the AGIS 24 interviews, and as you can see, I am just in front of the A2SV board, and it's been amazing here. Besides these interviews, we also had some content for you guys, which we came to shoot here for A2SV, for the core dev teams as well. And we'll be sharing them with you. Some of them we've already started sharing them with you, so super excited for that. So as you can see, from the interviews, we did we did Alma's, Matilde, and Magdi, and also today, US time, we'll be also posting Muta's video. So you guys watch out for that as well, and to see what you can learn from these prominent figures that the team met in California. And then also, we had a post about the startup Ethiopia here, and also we have been doing some reels, and we are still doing some reels for you, which we can't wait for you guys to see and also experience this moment here with us as well. And then also we have the A2SV weekly news that we did. We have recorded this. This is about the Escalate launch, and we're launching Escalate next week. So we had a little something for you, which is the A2SV weekly news, and we'll be showcasing this together with the launch as well. Something we are very much excited about. And then also the core dev reel. So what we decided to do is, instead of giving you guys like just some boring information, we decided why not make it interesting by the Startup Weekly Win. So the Startup Ethiopia. So we have been shooting some interviews, and they're under video editing, and this is something that we are very excited to show with you guys. And then also under some of the tasks which are probably not as high priority, but we managed to get done with 3 mid-series videos which are complete. One is from Ghana featuring Ephraim, the other two, one is from Mary, and then the other one is from Zelalem. So watch out to see them, know more about them, know more about the people at A2SV, and also what they're up to as well. And then also we promised to ship Malet's newsletter. So because we wanted to ship it on Emirates newsletter, but then decided it would be a nice story for the A2SV page. So now we're kind of discussing and trying to see what's better in terms of posting it on A2SV page or on as a newsletter or on Emma's profile as well. And then also we did 6 interviews for the new positions that we have. We have a position for junior content creator, and then we have another position for a social media assistant at A2SV. So we're looking forward to welcoming the new team next week. And then on to our plans. What we have is the Motaz video that we'll be showcasing today, US morning time, as I promised. And we'll make sure to get done with this, and then also have this post with you as well. And then also we have the core dev posts that we'll be giving to you, the complete reels. I'm really sure you guys will love them, because we also had to do something different. We did interview the team leads, we interviewed the teams, and it's very nice to see how the teams are also passionate about the product and them saying different things. And then also on Escalate, as the launch is happening, we'll give you guys some social media posts for Escalate as well, which is something you need to look forward to. And then we have a Q&A series that we have that we also had in the pipeline recorded. So this is something that we want to show you guys if we don't have any high priority posts like overtaking that. And then also publish Malit's interview whilst we decide whether we're publishing it on A2SV or on Emirates profile. And then of course, new hires, we are really happy to welcome the new team and work with other people as well. So if possible, maybe Brooke can just slide and just show us some of the posts that we have. We can do it from here. Okay, I'm told we can do it from here. That's great. So yes, so at the Expo, as you can see, we had the chance to also be a part of this, and the Prime Minister was here, and also got to meet Emma and the team at the A2SV board, which is something exciting. The next slide. Okay, and then also that's the team at the Startup Expo. As you can see, it's really beautiful and nice here. So hope you guys can have the little experience about that with us as well. And then the next one as well. Oh, okay. And then the next one also is the A2SV team as well. And then the other one, as you can see, these are the prominent videos that we are having a campaign of today. So we'll have this at the end of weekly news. DI Dagim and I will conduct this, and we'll tell you guys what to do in terms of advertising and promoting this post, making sure that you like, view all the posts on YouTube to get high engagement. Like I say, these are very high prominent people, and we want your engagement and also your active participation as well. And also we managed to share this with the head of academy, who will be sharing it with the head of education. And then please make sure that your students as well in your classes, everyone, make sure you go through the process of the document shared. We'll share some experience as well for our audience so we can do it together. But also heads of education, make sure that you do this with your classes. And that's it from the communications team. We're very excited to have you guys, and thank you so much, Doug. If there are any questions, I'll take them.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. So yes, that was it for the communications team. I really hope that was insightful. So up next we have product updates, which is going to be given to us by Zalalam, and apparently Zalalam is currently handling some guests at the expo. Zalalam, you can handle it. It's okay. It's okay. Once you finish handling your guests, I will be coming to you. So as you can see, Zalalam is quite busy with what's happening. So in the meantime, maybe I will circulate and show you around how the expo is set up. So as you can see, our team Akil can be found right over there on my 12 o'clock. And if we make a 360 turn, oh, well, in the meantime, we can get finance updates from our head of finance at Ethiopia, which is going to be Dave. So Dave is set up at one of our core dev booths, which is going to be joining me physically here. So Dave, how are you doing?
Dragon, thank you. I'm doing good. I will be presenting finance updates from here, from Science Museum. So I'm going to remember the updates because I haven't had my phone right now with me. So this week we okay, thank you. This week we organized and shared A2SV Expense 2024 two seniors member of A2SV. Secondly, we provided stipends for students and staff members, basically internet package. And for students, we also provided dinner stipends. The next one, water and bananas for all the offices throughout the week, except the holiday. Financial needs have been addressed throughout the week based on MRES approval, and we only provide, except for emergency case, we only provide finance through MRES approval. Plans for next week. We are planning to set up the payroll for new hires and for those whose account information, for example, Pioneer and Wise accounts was banned or something wrong happened. We are going to update and fix the payroll for them. The next one, salary payments for interns. We due to some unforeseen circumstances, we didn't provide salaries for interns, but we are planning to make it today and tomorrow probably. Stipend for students, basically internet package and dinner stipends will be provided and distributed for students. The next one is A2SV April projection will be created and shared to seniors to be reviewed and to get a transfer from them. The next one is water and bananas for the offices throughout the week will be continued. The last one, this is the interesting one because we are going to hire one more finance person from A2SV member because we only hire from we initially we prioritize hiring A2SV finance person from A2SV because we believe that only A2SV members understand the what's happening in A2SV and could smoothly collaborate with like the heads and like the staff members basically. So other than that, we may like shift our eyes to like hire someone from like outside of A2SV if we don't get like anyone from A2SV. But I believe we will be getting a new person which is going to be collaborating with me to contribute for A2SV regarding finance. I'd like to hear questions from you guys if you have any. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Like always, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to pass it to Dave. And up next, we will be receiving product updates. Who was quite busy a minute ago. Zalalam is joining us here live at the expo. He will be giving us the product updates. So Zalalam, yes, I'm going to flip the camera. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So I'm Zalalam from the product team. So our wins for this week is to, first of all, to ensure that we had smooth operations at the Startup Expo. So we've set up all our core dev projects, as you can see behind me. And we've also set up a booth for A2SV itself. And we've met some very interesting people and organizations. And we'll be following up on that next week. So another thing is we are finalizing our booth for the Vertex Africa event, which will be held in less than 2 months. So we're finishing up on that, and we'll have some news for you guys next week. So another win for us is finalizing the HR officer interviews. So we had 3 exceptional candidates, and yeah, we will be choosing one, and we'll have them as A2SV's human resources officer very soon. Yeah. So another really nice news is we are nominated in 3 categories for the Global Startup Awards, and that will be a very empowering award for our projects. And we'll be following up on that. And yeah, we'll have some steps to go, but yeah, we'll let you know. So one other win is we successfully onboarded our interns into their projects. So we had 3 product members, 3 product interns, and they all have their own projects now. So they're working on them actively. And our last win is we've conducted several interviews for our student projects, projects like Bazaar and RightShare. So one last pending item on our list is prepping for the next pitch competition, which our core dev teams will be participating in. So we are in the process of prepping, but we're not done yet. So we'll finalize that next week. So for plans, so next week, yeah, we'll be providing ongoing support for the core dev teams at the Startup Ethiopia Expo. We'll also be actively seeking out potential investors and partners who align with our vision. So that will be ongoing. We'll also be following up and reviewing UI designs for different projects. We'll start preparing for the Vertex Expo. So that's one major thing that we'll do next week. We'll set up a checklist and we'll be actively following up on that. We'll also be following up on our nominations, on the Global Startup Awards nominations. And finally, we'll finish our preparations for the next pitch competition and hopefully have some successful results. Yeah, so that's it on our side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zalalam. And yes, like I mentioned earlier, so if I'm just going to keep repeating it, if there are any questions, please feel free to share your questions on the chat. So up next, we're going to be going over our G4 products. The first thing is going to be Bazaar. Bazaar is going to be presented to us by Kulsum. Yes, Kulsum was hiding here because he was camera shy, but we managed to find him. So Kulsum, give us a brief update about what's been happening before the
Thank you, Dragan. So this week we have been conducting interviews for some of our, like last week I mentioned that we have been preparing some interviews and we have been transcribing them into Amharic as well. And also testing and implementations have been made for some of the new projects, the new features. And also we have managed to do the project demos, internal project demos, and also UI UX, and we have been having meetings with the UI UX teams and the product teams as well. And also we have prepared the user stories. And for next week's, the plans are to conduct interviews with car sellers. So this is part of the interviews that I mentioned earlier. And also we will be continuing testing on some of the features and implementations for the updated UI UX designs will be continuing. And also, yeah, that's it for the plans. Thank you. Any questions?
If there are any questions, our team members will be sharing them on the chat. So yes, up next we have HakimUp, which is going to be presented to us by Meratab. So Meratab, so how are you doing? How have you been?
Good afternoon, guys. So I'm Ratab from HakimUp, and I'm going to be giving you the weekly wins and plans. So let's start from the wins. We had a very productive week this week. So we finalized as we planned. We finalized the doctors and the hospitals feature. As a result, we started chatbot implementing chatbot features. As we know, this is a core functionality, the core feature for our project HakimUp. And also we tested the sign up and login features. We will be also continuing testing other features. And we were not able to conduct interviews with doctors from Blue Health. This is because, as we know, our Dalalam from our BI team were not with us. He was attending the startup Expo. So we couldn't manage to schedule the interview from the doctors. And also we are planning to use the Blue Health networking to get more interviews, as this will help us to plan for our next upcoming features. Let's move on to the plans. So in the plan, so we hopefully conduct interviews with Blue Health doctors next week. And we will start implementing the profile feature for from the patient side. And also we will be reviewing the UI UX and also updating for those which needs updating. And the last update, we'll be continuing testing other features. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mira. So up next we have RightShare, which is going to be presented to us by Abeni. So Abeni is also here joining us physically at the Expo. So Abeni, please.
Hello, this is Ebenezer from RightShare. I'm going to give you the RightShare weekly wins and the next week plans. So we continued our development and testing process and RightShare this week, and especially for backend and for mobile team, we were working on some new features, which is driver side features and admin side features. But for the web team, since we had no UI at hand, we were working on just refactoring the code base. Another, we onboarded 3 new interns, and which is a big workforce for RightShare. And another weekly wins for RightShare is user stories for driver side features were successfully finalized, and it is a significant milestone in the project progress. And since for the web team we don't have UI at hand, we initiated the Telegram bot development, and the tasks are grouped down and assigned, and the implementation will be started on Monday. And another way, we integrate some UI UX design for the mobile team, but not for the web team. And this was for this is this was our weekly wins for the past week. For our plans, we continue on development and testing, and another we continue Telegram bot development, especially some web team members, and we will have sync with UI UX team, since we do need some UI design for both uh, mobile and the web team. And another, we continue working on user stories for admin side features, and on the development side, we will start working on the payment integration, especially backend and mobile team. That's thank you.
Thank you, Abini, for the brief update. Okay, and now we will be progressing to our Addis Ababa Science and Technology University updates. The first thing is going to be escalate, which is going to be given to us by Ipsa, who is attending remotely. Ipsa, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ipsa. Continue.
Yes. So for escalates, that this week has been great. We made a great progress on the product, and in terms of the implementation and the design. So we started with the designing our brochures and the one-pagers for the US Expo, and the brochures have been completed, but we are waiting for the reviews to be done from the product team. Like they did give us a feedback, and we'll be improving it according to that. And we have been testing our web and fixing issues that we noticed, and this has also been in progress, and we completed mostly this week. And now our web is, and the mobile is mostly integrated with the backend, and we have a fully working web and the mobile apps at the moment. And our next plan was to do the comprehensive unit and integration testing, but because of time that it took us to solve the minor implementation details, we couldn't able to do this, and we are planning to do this in the next weeks. And yes, we were preparing for the deployment and the launch. We set up a Google Cloud platform for the database and for the web, and we will be hosting our website most probably tomorrow. And so, like, since Escalate is about it's a product that is going to connect like A2SV graduates with companies or a businesses looking for a talent. The product is aimed at like getting their profiles seen by this company. So we will be sending out a website to the ATSP and to the ATS fans tomorrow, and then they will be filling out their informations, and that information can be used to show to the prospective or potential client on the website. And as for the plans, next week on Monday, we will launch Escalate, and it will officially be launched. And some of the features have been ready, and we will start user testing. We get the feedbacks from like individuals who test our website and then improve it accordingly. And as I mentioned before, we will polish the brochures and the one pages for the US Expo, since that's to be ready. And our development team will continue working on the new UI UX design, and we will continue with the mobile testing. So yeah, that's the updates and the plans for the Escalates. And we are really excited for the upcoming launch, and hoping for the best. Bye.
Thank you so much, Ibsa. So up next, we're going to be having the Vertex updates from Merat. Merat, please give us the updates. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. So this week for Vertex updates, we have our web and mobile team implemented the newly redesigned landing page, topic defeats page, and learning path page. Our landing page of the web was updated, and we successfully were able to implement that, the UI of that. And then for mobile teams, the topics and the topic details and learning path page were also updated. So we also made that change in the UI. And then for the web team, they completed the topics and learning path creation features so that we can populate data successfully. And the product team were able to identify early adopters and started preparing learning resources. So since we need the learning, we need to talk with the early adopters to prepare the learning resource, and so that our web pages and mobile pages will be populated with real data. This was an important step, and we were able to successfully complete that. And then the backend team was able to fix the locking and unlocking logic for the each steps of the topic while a user is learning. And they also designed the database for the problems feature. We had also planned to implement the CRUD feature for the problems page, but that's still ongoing. It's on progress. We haven't finished it yet, but we'll be planning to finish it next week. So for our plans for next week, web and mobile team is planning to implement the newly added problems page, and the products team is also planning to plan the sprint 3 again. Since we have some limited manpower, we need to reorganize and plan sprint 3 again. So yeah, the product team will do that. And then the product team will also populate the learning resources to the platform database. As I said, since we would like to real learning data to display it on the mobile and web apps. If the product team populates that successfully, we'll be able to show real data on our mobile and web apps. And the backend team is also planning to finish implementing the CRUD for the problems feature, as I said before. And they're also planning to add some unit tests for this problem CRUD feature. Thank you, Dagam. That's
Okay, thank you so much, Merit. Up next, we're gonna have Spark Tank, which is going to be presented to us by Mati.
Okay, thank you, Dagi. So this week for Spark Tank, our focus was mainly to build the proposal builder feature for the Spark Tank. And like at first, like we need to update the UI UX for that feature. So like we did that as early as possible. And we managed to like that was one of our successes. And for like from the development side, we are continuing working on the proposal feature. So like from the backend, it's already finished, but from the mobile and web, it's ongoing. So that's the update. And for the web, like we're working on the code cleanup and bug fixes mostly. So that was it. And for, from the product side, we plan to conduct some interviews, but we managed, like we couldn't do that because of the schedule mismatch. So we plan to do them by the next week. And our plan is to conduct at least 2 interviews in the next week and to continue working on the proposal builder feature from the development side. And from the backend to update the documentation to reflect more on the current change. So this is it. Thank you, Dagi.
Thank you so much, Mati, for the brief updates. So yes, up next, we will be going over our core dev projects, which is currently showcasing their projects at Startup Ethiopia Expo. So yes, the first project we will be going through is going to be Project Adult. We're going to have Adona to say a few words about what's been happening throughout the week, what they've been doing, and overall updates and weekly wins together with plans. So Adona, how are you doing?
Hi, Dagam.
So yeah, what am I looking at?
So for this week, I guess the biggest win is attending the Startup Ethiopia Expo. So during this event, we have met a lot of people that are supporting our projects, and yeah, So the other win is, I guess, not a win, but some of the thing we've been doing is we continued unit testing goes on all on like goes on web and backend. We've also been addressing issues reported by the product team. So the product team has been testing our product and they've been documenting it. So we've been addressing those issues. So we've also have made a post on Instagram. So maybe you can check it out. So for next week, we'll be setting goals to continue beta testing with Macrae's Hospital. So it's a hospital that we've been introduced to by Blue Health. So they somewhat agreed to give us some users to conduct testing. So we'll be setting goals on how to do this. So we'll also continue unit testing and also addressing the issues reported by the product. So yeah, that's
Okay, thank you so much, Adona. If you have any questions, please, the chat is always free for accepting questions. And up next, we're going to be going over Project Akil. So Project Akil is quite a distance away from the usual posts. So I'm just going to walk you guys through the process of getting there. So again, we have Zalalam there with the A2SV booth. And this is where Akil is located. So yes, we have the Akil booth here, and Mateos is going to be the one giving us the Akil updates. So Akil, what's been happening? And yeah, tell us a little about your weekend, how it's managed to go by.
This week we have been mostly focused on this expo. So some of our wins. We've attended the startup expo, and we have obtained 80 new volunteers and 20 new applications. We have got 5 new NGO contacts from the expo. And currently we are also addressing feedbacks on the platform, and we will continue to do so for the next week. We are planning to conduct feedback collection, but we haven't done that yet because of the expo, but we are planning to do that next week. So the plans for next week are we'll continue participating on the startup expo. We're planning to onboard new organizations and post new opportunities. We have got some contacts, so we'll contact those NGOs and onboard them on our platform, and we'll set up meeting if necessary. We'll conduct customer interviews with volunteer networks, and finally, we'll continue addressing feedbacks on the platform. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. All right. Okay, that was it for Project Akil. So yeah, please make sure to come here to the Science Museum, give them a visit to know more about what Akil is trying to do. And yes, up next we have AfroChat, which is going to be presented to us by one of our AfroChat representatives, heading to their booth as we speak. Yes, so AfroChat is apparently merged with the same booth that we have for, or is it? Okay. Today we've been okay, finally. So here we have AfroChat. You guys were not easy to catch. Yeah. So here is Abil, who's going to be giving us updates about AfroChat.
So we've changed our location from the previous one. Yeah, people were actually asking me if I were the DJ because the barrel, and the bars, and the lighting, the background, everything stuff. But I'm not. Okay. So to give you an update on AfroChat, So for AfroChat, our wins are we have been attending the Startup Ethiopian Expo, and we'll be continuing to attend the expo till the end. And so far, we have 90 plus new users joined from the expo, and we also got 5 potential companies to work with us, so which is a good thing. And we've been also working on social media posts and continuing the bug fixes and improvements on our mobile app and backend. So those are still in progress. So basically, the plan is we'll be participating in the Startup Expo as long as we have like a position that we can actually present. So and also we'll continue the bug fixes and discuss with the companies that we want, like they have a potential to work with us. So yeah, that's it for Africa. Thank you, David.
Thank you so much, Abid. Okay, and yeah, up next we are going to be receiving updates from Team Rated. Just for the sake of me walking, the way the projects are aligned is completely. Yes, okay. And we have Team Rated here. It appears that they have quite a few guests, but yeah, I guess we have a Rated team member who's apparently to be free. So yes, Nati, please come out here.
Hi, Dagi. So, yeah.
Okay.
So we've been having a great time here at the expo. We've been meeting users. It's a very such good experience. And for the weekly wins of Rated. So for our wins, we have started just testing on the mobile app, and we have also mobile development guideline, and we have 50% coverage of that. For backend functions and endpoints, we have integration and unit testing, which is about 60% coverage. And we have added additional user stories and designs for the dashboard. Since it's under construction, the design and the user stories are going one step ahead. And we also have created Rated's remaining social media accounts, content planning with the product team. And we have started implementing the restaurant detail for the restaurant dashboard. And for the plans of next week, we plan to finalize the mobile app widget testing. We also plan to finalize the mobile development guideline. And for backend functions and endpoints, we plan to reach about 100% coverage for the unit and integration tests. We'll start iOS testing, and we will post social media content. And that's it. That's it from the Rated team. Thanks.
Thank you, Nati. And finally, we are going to be getting some updates from Team Skillbridge, which is located next to the booth that we have for adults. And yes. Hi.
Hi, how are you? How are you doing?
Okay, how have the week been for Skillbridge so far?
It was great. We have got great insights from different users. It was great, actually.
Okay, so walk us through the wins and plans.
Okay, so our wins, we are in the Startup Expo this week. User engagement metrics planning is done. Following fidelity tours is done. SAT English exam reviews are all done. Who's changing the slide? Okay, so we haven't visited inside school since there is a bureaucracy with the school. Finalizing new feature implementation is done. Test coverage is done, and fixed issues on admin dashboard is in progress. It's not done yet. Okay. So next, user engagement analysis. Our next plan is analyzing the user engagement with the matrices that we have planned, prioritizing and implementing admin dashboard new features, visiting more high schools, including Hillside, testing newly added mobile app features. We have not tested them yet, but we are done with all of them. And content review will continue with Fidel tutors since it's not done yet. And thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Quote of the day. Yes, and finally, for the conclusive remarks, I would like to invite Emre Varol out here, since Mr. Alper gave me a heads up about not joining, and Mr. Uhur is not joining us either. So, Emre, please give us the conclusive remarks that you have. That would be really appreciated for us.
Thank you, Dagim. So just to provide background information about the absence of our senior members, like in Turkey, Ramadan Eid is celebrated for 3 days. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are official vacation days. I think Mr. Alper is abroad. He is visiting Germany. I don't know about Mr. Ur, but I hope they are having great time. And team. So in the earlier years of A2SV, we were focusing on building massive tech talent. I believe we have done a decent job by training hundreds of very talented African developers like you. And in the second stage, it is about building digital projects and products with these amazing people. And that's what we are doing. And part of this is about communicating what we are building. Because without visibility, people are not going to notice, especially in today's world where content creation is so easy. You don't even need people to create content anymore. You can create content with machine learning. As a result, it's not easy to get people's attention and show them something that you built for them. And such kind of expos give us this exposure, this ability to give our message to relevant people. So as you see, building a successful product is not about just the technical end. Indeed, there is a ton of work that you need to build in the non-technical area, and that can be the difference most of the time between success and failure. I hope such experiences open our eyes about different dimensions of real-world problem solving, and we will pay attention to these soft skills to bring together all these players so that our solutions are going to be meaningful. Thank you very much for your time. And I hope you had a great time in this special edition of Weekly Wins. Indeed, this area is very nice, uplifting. I hope everybody is going to have a chance to come see these beautiful projects. Thank you.
Thank you. Emre, would you be willing to do one more thing for me? I am going to flip the phone for a selfie, so maybe you can give us quote of the day.
All right. Today's quote comes from Rumi. Even if we don't have Alper Abi here, his presence is felt with this quote. If you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished? Dagam, what do you understand from this quote?
So from this quote, what I managed to understand is, so the essential thing is feedback. So if you're being given a feedback, a certain amount of, let's say, constructive criticism, and if you're irritated with every time that comes, you're not going to see any progress, because in order to clean a mirror, let's say, you're going to have to do lots of rubbing and lots of polishing and lots of feedback and lots of back and forth review is needed to go to achieve a certain task. And to my understanding, this quote perfectly depicts what this idea stands for. Am I correct? Or
Thank you, Dagam. I mean, what I'm hearing from your words, good can always be better. And for this to happen, we need feedback, or feedback can actually make this faster. Therefore, when we receive it, instead of feeling down, instead of getting discouraged by it, right, it is better to see this as an opportunity to become better. Very nice. Thank you very much, Dagam.
Thank you so much, Emre. All right, team. All right, everyone. So with that, we would like to conclude this week's special weekly wins of April 12th. But before we do that, we have one last message for you from the communications and social media team. I have Vanessa with me to give you the message. I'm going to flip my camera here real quick. And Vanessa, carry on.
Okay, so to make it easier for the campaigns that we're talking about promoting and actively engaging in our social media posts for A2SV, what we managed to do was to put this all in a doc, put those links, and also share with the head of academy, who in turn also will share with the heads of education. But for the advantage of people in this meeting, we want you guys to actively like, share, and post with us. So Dagim, maybe we can go over, and then also let's start doing it by also sharing screen and showing you guys the links. Also, what you need to note is for YouTube, you need to watch the video for at least 30 seconds for it to count as a view. And then also for the other social media posts as well, you need to like, comment, repost, or share, depending on the platform that you are on. So for the other platforms, if you just click on it, if it's the video, then it counts as a like as well. And also, if you have a comment, if you need to share, if you need to repost, we would really appreciate that. So we have also put this link out, containing all the links on our general channel in Slack, so we can all manually do this process together. So Dagim, you can share your screen, and then we can go step by step. I'll be your voiceover for this process. Okay, so now we're in the social media campaign document, and the first post that we have is for Almaz Nagash. So we managed to post this one on LinkedIn and on YouTube. So what I'm just gonna do is here, I'm gonna click on the YouTube link. So if you also do that, it will straightly take everyone to YouTube. So I just take everyone to LinkedIn. So I'll just give it a minute. Share this tab instead. Okay. Okay, if everyone can see the screen right now, I'll just give it 5-10 seconds for everyone to see. So we have the post of the video of Almaz Nagash there. And it was a special interview. She is the founder and the CEO of African Diaspora Network, and they were the one hosting the investment symposium that was in California, attended by Emre, the US team, also the Turkey team. It was really a nice time to interact and network. So if you just click on this video here, it already counts as a like, and then you can just go and like it here. This is from Dagim's account, and as you can see, it's already liked. So far, it has 412 likes. So I'm just gonna give it 30 seconds just to see how many likes that we get from now when everyone is attending and interacting with this post. So people can start doing it now.
In the meantime, people attending like physically there at Abroad, core dev team, and our interns, please start engaging with the message that Vanessa just shared with you. So if you go to the general channel, you can definitely find the link that's been, the link to the document where you can find these links to our LinkedIn page, together our YouTube page. So Brooke, please show this to our team who is attending physically.
Yes, so also everyone there at Abrahot as well, ARS2, Adama, also our online community, all please interact with this post. So I'm just going to refresh this page just to see the engagement that is happening. So right now we have 4 more likes. So can people please participate and start engaging with the post right now? It's on 416, and let's take maybe 20 more seconds to just open the link for your LinkedIn and then find Amaz Nagash if you're manually doing it, and then we can interact with the post as well. Also, heads of education, during your lectures tonight, during your lectures on Saturday or whenever, please make sure that we conduct this process. And also, Brooke Mekonnen will have shared this document with all of you, and then we can do that as well. So that is it for the LinkedIn one. And then going back on the document, as you will see, we have the YouTube link as well. So for YouTube, it's very important that you know that this video has to be watched for at least 30 seconds. It's not just opening clip, at least 30 seconds for it to count as a view. At the moment, it has 85K views. So we need these views to keep advancing. And then also you guys can share the link for Amazon Dash, and this is the same thing that we're also going to be doing for Matilda's video, who's the ambassador for, and then also for Mutaz video, which is coming out. So this is the senior programs officer for the Bill Gates Foundation. And then also let me share screen with you, and then also marketing, which actually is a special one for the marketing team because they were of the team. And right now, after it's been watched for 30 seconds, that's fine. Then that counts as a view. Also, to like the post. So far, there are 946 likes there. We expect these likes to be more if you guys and when you guys interact with the post as well. And then, okay. And then also we have the Matilda video from LinkedIn. It's also on YouTube. It's also on Facebook as well. And we can interact with this. She's the ambassador of Rwanda. She speaks about how Rwanda is doing their open to business policy and how other countries, African countries, can adopt to this. So from doing also from Rwanda, it's the same process. And then also we have Magdi Amin as well. He is the managing partner for African Raisins Partners. And then also his colleagues were here yesterday, as I mentioned. And also there's a LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook link. We also will take these people all the time. And also Magdi left a nice message there. He liked what we're doing. He liked the message, and also hoped you students also like what he was talking about, and how VCs can also, how VCs invest in startups, and also how your startup can start to be recognized as well. And then today, US morning time, as I said before, reminding you, we'll be posting the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation post. And then on this one as well, we'll post it on YouTube, we'll post it on LinkedIn, Instagram. Instagram will have a short, and then Facebook will have the whole video as well. And the process will be the same. LinkedIn, you like the video, comment if you may, repost, and then on Facebook, you also like the video and comment if you may, and share. And then on YouTube, please watch the video for at least 30 seconds and then leave a like there. You can also share with your other community as well. And then heads of education, please make sure to share this with students. I'll let, and then also, that is it for ADIS 24 videos. And then we had 2 posts that we have from the Startup Expo. And this is A2SV posts and projects here at the Expo. So this is a post that we have on Instagram and also on LinkedIn. So you can go ahead and open this post. So I'm going to open the one on LinkedIn here and then share the tab with you. These are very nice, beautiful photos of the team. We'll be bringing you more of these images as well. And some videos, as I promised, for the CodeDev team, for the A2SV, and for the Expo that we're having here in general. And at the moment, the video has 174 likes. So what you can do is just go to the pictures, the video, just like. If you're here at the Expo as well, it'll be nice for you to just comment saying, oh, what a nice Expo, oh, insightful, oh, getting user feedback, something to learn. That's something that can encourage your fellow peers as well. So that is it from the LinkedIn one. And then on Instagram, you can also do the same. And then the last post is also an opportunity from here, the Expo, that is organized by non-governmental and governmental organizations. And they'll be hosting a hackathon. And Emre, alongside A2SV, would like you to attend. There's an opportunity for you to win prizes, get mentorship, and also access a co-working space also at the Expo as well. So the deadline is also there. It's 15 April. And then also there's the link there as well. So be sure to participate. And I repeat, this is not just for CodeDev teams. This is for everyone at A2SV. If you guys can form a team, if you already have a team, if there's something that you're working on, then this is your chance to also shine. And the prizes range from $500, $1,000, and then also 1,500 US dollars, and the workspaces that I also mentioned. So from this, I'll let Dagim conclude, and maybe I can turn the camera to you, because that is all for the campaign. So please make sure to like, and also heads of education, please do this in your sessions and coordinate this process with the students. Thank you, Dagim.
I will flip the camera myself. Okay, well, this is it for this week's special version of weekly win session of April 12th. We will see you guys next week, hopefully with we will have our senior members join us there to give us some insights about what's been happening throughout the week. But yeah, this is it for this week. I really hope today's weekly win session was insightful. I would like to wish you guys a happy weekend and see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Wow, you did good.
you.